Kenya, this is the moment. At Hayward Field, the world lines up, but all eyes are on Norah Jeruto. But here comes the challenge. Courtney Frerichs on home soil, and Peruth Chemutai ready to strike. This is Kenya versus USA versus Uganda. Fast pace, brutal barriers.
About 7.5 laps of the track. They will go by the water jump at the north end of Hayward Field this first time. You see it there. They'll come around and go through that pit the remaining laps of the race. And again, once they get into a rhythm, you can see, because they're all on the rail, that's a reflection, Des, of the fact that this pace is going to be fast today.
Absolutely. It's already strung out. You see Chemutai just tuck in right away. She's on the victory tour. She's got high confidence. She's the gold medalist for Uganda, but honestly the first woman for Uganda to win any gold medal. So this is rare air, and she met the president on high and on cloud 9, and she's rolling.
So Chemutai tucked behind the pace setter Chemutai of Kenya, then back behind her Norah Jeruto, has actually the fastest time in the world this year, and now steps just a half stride or so ahead of Chemutai, and behind them is Kiyang and Frerichs, the other two medalists from Tokyo.
Jeruto is going to be fascinating. She's got fresher legs. She did not compete in the Tokyo Olympics. She's actually transitioning from a Kenyan citizen and going to compete for Kazakhstan, and that's still in process, so was unable to compete in the Olympics. Fresher legs, has the fastest time of the year, but hasn't competed in a while, so we'll see if she's coming off a little injury or if she's just staying fresh.
With Yabi back in 6th position, kind of bridging that gap between these two front and rear groups of this women's 3,000-meter steeplechase.
Everyone that you would expect to be there is right in the mix. We have 6 of the fastest women in the world in this race. Their PRs range from 8:58 to 9:03, so you expect them all to be there. If they're all on their game, it could be anyone's day. It's just going to be a little gamesmanship early, matching the pacer and staying safe, watching out for those barriers and clearing them smoothly.
Yeah, the pace so far here very quick. The wave light technology we talked about during the men's 800 meters is actually all the way back in about 8th or 9th place, and that was supposed to be set up for about a 9-minute pace. So we are running very fast early on here in this women's 3,000-meter steeplechase at Crete.
You can see them settle in, find their space. This is pretty traditional how these races look with this big group up front. Because they're so close in ability, it looks like they're bunched up and, you know, just taking it easy, but they're all just very, very comparable. So it's just matching each other and making sure you don't miss the move because you didn't have the good spot in the group.
They'll have 5 laps to run here as they reach the finish line on this near side of Hayward Field. Kind of an enveloping moment for them as this crowd and the design of the stadium is really to welcome them home in an amphitheater style setting. But Chemutai continues to drive. A few long strides by Jeruto as she tries to maneuver that. And, you know, those steeples come fast. I know you've stayed away from this event, perhaps by purpose. But it is, you know, again, with traffic in front of you, those things can come up on you pretty fast.
They do. They come up to about mid-chest for me, so I steer clear of the event. When they start to fatigue, it's the form that goes, but they all look pretty smooth right now.
So Chemutai moved to the inside and is off the track, so that leaves us with the favorites, with Jeruto, Chemutai, Kiyang, and Frerichs back with the finish. 3,000-meter steeplechase. Norah Jeruto, perhaps with the freshest of the legs, is leading this race, but right now bold running once again by the American Courtney Frerichs, the American record holder, perhaps in a bid to strike down her existing American record and dip under that 9-minute mark. And right now she is holding strong against Jeruto.
Completely possible. She went into Tokyo feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit uneasy. She had a sickness in pre-camp before that race. Went out, just said, hey, I'm going to go for it. Had that big reward with the silver, but I think she came home going, man, I wish I felt a little fresher. I wish I'd been a little bit healthier. And now she's got her chance, and she's making the most of it.
Yeah, coming up on the side of Jeruto. Back there in third, that cellophane chest pole, now a 22-year-old back in 2017 here at the Prefontaine Classic. The age of 18 set the world junior record. She has raced only once since dropping out of the final of the 2019 World Championships. Now currently in fourth as Jeruto with the lead with 2 laps to go.
Chest pole number 3 all time. It's good to see her back in form. She's only run 9:52 this year, but she's going to have a big breakthrough race today.
Yang in third, with that gap starting to lengthen between her and Frerichs, and now Frerichs more concerned of that gap that's slowly emerging between her and the leader Jeruto. Starting to put the pedal to the metal here on the backstretch with about a lap and a half to go.
You got to think Jeruto's realizing she doesn't have those Tokyo rounds in her legs. She doesn't have to travel back and forth and the regrouping. This is to her advantage, and Courtney knows that, but she's running tough and just spotting her, trying not to lose that gap. This is a mental toughness thing right now for Courtney. We saw in Tokyo, she has it. She's gritty, and you can see her laying it in there right now.
Only 5 women in history have ever broken the 9-minute barrier, and right now 2 with a very good shot as they come to the bell.
They look smooth over the hurdles again. This late in the race, the pace slips, sure, but it's the form that goes with the fatigue, and that trail leg foot will start to drag just a little bit. These barriers are not going to move for them. They have to make sure that form is good so they can get the clear, clean jump and keep on this hot pace.
Jeruto getting over that barrier. Frerichs gearing up for this final half lap.
Final water jump. This is big. This is an important moment. We've seen a lot of these races slip here.
And very cleanly out of the water jump is Courtney Frerichs. Jeruto's going to win this if she can successfully maneuver that last barrier, but everyone on their feet for the American Courtney Frerichs. Jeruto Sub-9. And Frerichs will do it as well. New American record.
What a few weeks for Frerichs. To have that silver in Tokyo, to be rewarded for that big risk-taking run, and now to get to tuck in behind someone like Jeruto, who's willing to push the pace late and just follow that lead. She said she was in the shape of her life. She certainly was. We knew she was capable with that run in Tokyo, and now it comes to fruition here with that first American Sub-9. Incredible running.
Those 2 women now number 3 and number 4 all-time in the event. An impressive performance with 2 women under 9 as the Hayward Magic on full display. Jeruto, new meet record, and look at the reaction by Courtney Frerichs. Great reaction from the crowd here at Hayward Field. Very appreciative. Beauty of an educated crowd, not only cheering for the winner, but they knew in the stadium what Frerichs was trying to do. And still celebrating and catching her breath as we see the final results of the women's steeplechase. New meet record for Norah Jeruto. New American record for Courtney Frerichs. And still smiling, Frerichs now down with Lewis Johnson.
All righty, and Courtney, it was a bold strategy that led you to silver in Tokyo. Tell us about the bold strategy today that made you another American record.
You know, I just wanted to go with whatever happened, and that meant going out faster than I ever have. But I trusted my fitness, and I trusted what worked in Tokyo. You know, I just wanted to continue to use that mindset moving forward, no matter how the race played out.
Give us a sense of what it's like to have fans. I saw you with your family yesterday to have all this happen the way it has here today.
It's just like the victory lap that I finally wanted after the games. And so, you know what? I told myself there's no pressure for this one. Like, why not just go for it? And, you know, I think that using that bold strategy was going to make me really proud to do it in front of the crowd.
And what does it mean for you now to be the first under 9 minutes for the United States?
I mean, this is a dream come true. You know, whenever Emma was the first to go under 9:10 in 2016, I felt like we started dreaming about this moment, and you can see how hard it is. It's taken 5 years, but I'm just so happy right now, and I know this is just the start. We're going to keep pushing the barrier.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another victory lap on that one.
She definitely deserves another lap of honor here at Hayward Field. Courtney Frerichs breaking her own American record.
Kenya stood tall. The world felt it. If you love moments like this, hit like, thumbs up, subscribe bell, and join Running Realms. Because the next battle is coming.